Know the gang, know the gang, know the gang. Where my notification gang at? You part of notification gang. Let me know in the comment section if we can get to chop it up after this video. So finally, we got the first part of the New England Patriots offensive scheme that I got for you guys coming out today. I'm doing it in two parts because the first part, which is this one video right here, is the two tight end scheme, and it's more run focused than the other one, which is a pass heavy scheme. So I wanted to separate them because the thought process behind the two offenses are different. I don't want you guys just thinking that you can just pick between plays between each of them and devise your own scheme, but you can utilize these two in two different situations. So this two tight end scheme right here, I would recommend this if you have a good defense and you're just looking for a simple offense to move the ball, or you can I recommend you guys use it as a second half offense, like when you got the lead and you want to chew the clock down. So those are the two situations I would recommend this. And then the pass heavy offense, which is going to be the second part or the second video that I'm going to make, it's going to be between two formation, and that you can use it anytime. You need to gain a lot of yards, you need to hurry and get a touchdown, you want to move the ball quick, you go ahead and use that. And you can obviously, this is in the same playbook, the Patriots playbook, so you can use them in conjunction with each other. So the main focus is that we're going to use two tight end sets for this first part of the scheme. The three formations we're going to focus on are the single back bunch ace, as you can see here. We're going to focus on the gun ace slot offset, as you can see right here. And then we're also going to throw in some plays from the empty ace Patriot. Now, I will tell you guys that you're not limited to these three formations. As you can see here, there's a lot of two tight end sets as well. So you see we got this the single back wing slot, the single back wing. We got the ace slot, which is another good formation. You got a dive, a stretch, and you got some decent pass plays. The ace close, which has a stretch and it has a toss, and a zone weak, which is not as good as a dive, but it's decent. You got a single back ace. So you have other formations that you can go ahead and utilize with this two tight end set. But in general, what we're going to do is we're going to look to run first, and then if you're not going to run first, then you're going to have simple pass plays that can get you yards, like 4+ yards, and move you down the field. Now obviously, since they're two tight end set, you can audible in and out of each formation. So that's part which makes something that's so simple. The plays in this are simple, but the fact that you can audible to different formation makes it harder for your opponent to diagnose what you're going to do. You can come out and single back ace and then audible to the ace slot from the gun. So you switch it up on your opponent. The plays are simple for you, so you know what you're doing, but since it's unpredictable for your opponent, it makes it harder. So if this is your first time checking out one of my videos and you find this video useful, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So we're going to start off with the single back bunch ace. So in the bunch ace, your audibles are going to be, you want quick pitch at square and inside zone at triangle. L1 is 4 verticals, and then PA fork shot. Now you can change the difference between inside zone and halfback wham. The only time I'll recommend halfback wham is if you're playing ultimate team and you have a blocker with lead the way. Namely, what I use is I'll use Lorenzo Neal, the fullback, and put him here. You see, you can put James Devlin, the fullback, here at tight end. If he has lead the way, I'll put him there. But I'll use inside zone because a lot of people don't play ultimate team. Some people play reg, some people play franchise. So inside zone is the more realistic run. But when I show you guys the gameplay at the end of this video, I will be using wham. And in general, it's simply those are the 4 plays that I'm going to use. Let's come out of inside zone. And so in this entire scheme, the first thing you're going to focus on is the run. Since the run is buffed, since the developers buff the run, that's the first thing you're going to look for. And it's simple. If you can run to the outside right, run to the outside right with the pitch. If you can run to the inside, use the inside zone or the halfback wham. And if you can run to the left, we're going to go ahead and audible into the A slot offset and use the inside zone. But you can also just flip the play if you want to, but it's not that effective. So you see here, you take a look at the defense, it looks like you can kind of run to the right with the quick pitch. So you just audible to the quick pitch and then you run to the outside. You got to lead the way, you got good blockers, you can go ahead and get out there. If you can run to the inside, same thing. Let's see. We can run to the left a little bit. So go ahead, audible to gun A slot offset. And I'll get into the deeper scheme with A slot offset. But in general, that's the first thing I do. If I can run on my opponent because they have poor run defense or something's open, I'm going to run on them for 4 to 5 yards a clip. And I will literally do that down the field the entire time. Once again, you can use inside zone. As long as you got good reads, you can get down there. So keep that in mind. I'm not gonna go over the runs like crazy, but keep that in mind. That's the first thing I'm looking for. The first thing I'm looking for is where can I run. So I'm gonna go over the passing plays because they're harder to get and harder to think about. But keep in mind that's the first thing you want to do. So let's go over 4 verticals real quick. So you see here we're in 4 verticals, and there's 3 main setups I like to use with 4 verticals. The first one, the only adjustment I'll make is I'll put Michelle on the swing to the left. Triangle Y, select Michelle or whoever your running back is, and pull the right stick left. And then what I would do is I would motion snap Edelman. And now the first read is Edelman down the sideline and then Gronkowski. And if that's shut down, then you have the high-low read with Michelle. If the defense goes high, you go to Michelle. And if the defense goes low, you go to Allen as like a deep crosser. So you go ahead and run that here. You see here, Gronkowski's open up on the inside. Probably want a possession catch or aggressive catch that, because you know how they like to drop passes in this game. But in general, it's just a high-low to the outside. Situation like this where Edelman's wide open down the sideline, you can go ahead and hit Edelman. Let's go ahead and take a look at the left side real quick. So you see here, I'm just gonna, since we're only focusing on Allen and Michelle, I'm just gonna block these guys just to give us a little bit extra time in the pocket. Doesn't seem like they're giving it to us. Okay, that was a man coverage, so that's the bad play call against man coverage, because you got 2 tight ends out there. And if you like optimize around the scheme, you probably have run blocking wide receivers. I have plays that help you beat man coverage, but they're just, obviously they call it against this set, it's bad. But high-low, you throw it to Allen. I don't know why they love running man coverage. I picked random play, but they love running man coverage. But obviously man coverage is a play that would shut this down. You don't want to run this against man coverage, as you can probably already tell. But I'm trying to get the high-low read over here. There we go. It's a little bit better high-low read. They go high, you hit Michelle down low, but for some reason they keep running. I can just audible to cover 2 real quick. Let's get them out of this. All right, so now they're in cover 2. Now there ain't no man coverage. You go ahead, save here, get a blocking right there. All right, let's go. See, they went high. You go ahead and take Michelle low, and vice versa. If they go low, you hit the Allen over top. Now the third setup is drag Gronkowski, or the second setup is drag Gronkowski and put Edelman on the in route. Triangle Y, select Edelman, press left on the D-pad and block your running back. Do the same motion snap. Now your first read is Gronkowski, your second read is Edelman, and then your third read is Allen deep down the sideline on that crosser. Gronkowski, you see Edelman's open here, and if those 2 are covered up, then you can hit Allen down the sideline. This is simple, so I'm not gonna have to I shouldn't have to go over. I mean, unless you guys really want me to, but as long as you guys understand, if you guys are missing something, let me know in the comment section, and I'll go ahead and answer your questions. But I just want to show you guys that these plays that are pretty straightforward and simple, but the key to it, like I said earlier, was your execution. You execute correctly, you take what the defense gives you, you don't try to force anything, and you remember the #1 rule is you want to run first. If your opponent leaves the run open, you want to go ahead and run. You should be straight. Just want to show you guys that Allen down the sideline. They keep manning him up, which I don't know how many times you guys see your opponents manning up that crossing route. But the third setup is to motion over Gronkowski and then drag Edelman. And then put Michelle on, and you can block your running back. Now your first read obviously is Edelman, but this what the wheel route from the tight end does is it gives your opponent or the user opponent a decision. He has to either guard the crossing route or he has to guard the wheel route, and so you just make a play on whatever he does. Whatever he picks up is the one. Whatever he doesn't pick up is the one you throw to. So obviously the drag was the option right there, the quick option at least. Let's go ahead and throw Gronkowski out there. Bro, let me go to cover 2 real quick. I don't know what's up with them. They love man coverage. It's like the most man coverage I've ever seen out here in these streets. Now I messed up while I put Edelman, I put Gronkowski on a hit trial, which I guess you can do too because it worked well right there. But let me go ahead and run this real quick. Boy, what am I doing? Boy, I'm motioning the wrong people. I guess that looks like it's decent. Haven't really run that different setup right there, but it's decent as well. Let's go ahead. Let's just run a zone cover because who knows what kind of man coverage they're going to be in. Let's go ahead here. And you see here, he's guarding a crossing route, so you guard Gronkowski, and vice versa. He guards Gronkowski, leaves the crossing route open, you take the crossing route. So now let's move on to PA fork. So now we are in PA fork. Now take note, you have a post route, a corner route on the same side, and you can motion those two. So if you want to make a corner route, you want to focus on the corner route, then remember these setups. When you're focusing on like corner routes and post routes and crossing routes, there are normally like 2 different routes or 3 different routes I use to accompany them. One is a clear out route, which you can set element to be triangle or Y, select element, press up on a D-pad. And then you want a route to suck down the zones underneath. You can put Gronkowski on an out route. So Edelman will pull the deep blue zones deep to create room for Allen over top. And then Gronkowski's going to pull the flat zones down to create room underneath, which opens up like a little alleyway. So you have a clear out route and an underneath route to suck down zones, and Gronkowski's a check down. And then the third route element is a distraction for the user, which is the in route by Gordon, which means if he goes and users or guards Allen, now he has to worry about Gordon as well on that route. You can put Gordon on a slant. If you have the elite route running Kim, you can put him on like a post or a trail route depending on who he is. So those are the 3 route elements. Whenever you're talking about these deep routes, you need a clear route, you need a check down / underneath the route, and then you need a distraction for the user. And so that's what I'll do here. So you can go here, you just simply make your read. Gronkowski's open for the quick 5 yards. It's not beautiful, it's not sexy, it's not gonna win you. I mean, it might win you an MCS belt, because I've seen a lot of people, the pro players check down a lot more than people think. But obviously the route that you want to get open is that corner route right there. So that's the read, and then obviously they're going ahead and allocating resources to that corner route. You got Gordon on the check down. So I'm just gonna run right here because they're running man coverage again. I'm just gonna run to the left because I can. Go ahead and set it up here. If I can hurry and snap the ball. Bam, I should have spun him out. But anyway, that's the first setup. You set up the post route by Edelman the same way. You have a clear out route, you have a check down, and then you have a distraction for the user. You can set it the same way, but just now you're attacking the inside this time. Same thing. So that's probably a bad read, but it definitely was a bad read, but I could have thrown that a little bit earlier. But you guys understand the concept. I'm getting that post route open, and hold on, let me set it up real quick. You're getting that post route open. Bro, what is up with these blitzes they sending? I can already tell they finna send the crib at your boy. You're getting the post route open, and you have routes that help it out. We dropped the pass right there, but you guys get it. Now, what you can also do with this play is that you can set it up as double corner routes or double crossing routes. So if you want double corner routes, you motion over Edelman, and now you have a corner route to both sides, which you can use your 2 receivers to run like a bench. So obviously it's high-low, pretty simple. High-low, they went low, so you go high, and the same thing for the other side. And then you can set it up as double crossing routes. So instead of motioning over Edelman, you motion over Allen. Now you have crossing routes going to each side, and you can set them up any way you want to. If you want Allen to get open, you would streak Gronkowski and drag Gordon to open them up to the left side, and your opponent still has to worry about Edelman, and vice versa. You want to set up Edelman, you go ahead and drag Gronkowski and streak Gordon. Now the crossing route is going to the left, you're focusing on the crossing route to the left, but he still has to worry about the other post. And obviously, one thing I haven't mentioned yet, I'm not sure if I have mentioned it yet, but when when you're using these deep passing plays like this play right here, or that one play with the third setup for the verticals play where you have the wheel route from the tight end coming up on the inside, whenever you run any kind of deep passing concept, you want to make sure that you're on 2nd and short or 3rd and short. I never run it, hardly ever run it on 1st down unless it's after an interception, but I focus on using it on 2nd and short and 3rd and short is because if I get sacked or I throw in a completion, now I'm not in a terrible position. If I get sacked on 2nd and short, now I might be on 3rd and 5. But if you get sacked on 1st and 10, now you're like on 2nd and 15, 2nd and 17, or worse, you're on 1st down, you throw a pick. Obviously, you can throw a pick on any play, but I utilize it on 2nd and short and 3rd and short is that if I don't get it, now I have another down and I only have a short distance to go. On 3rd and short, you still got 4th down to go for it, and it's short yardage, so it's not too crazy. And on 2nd and short, obviously it's even better because you have 3rd and 4th down. So just memorize, just think about that when you're running these plays. Obviously the drag is open, and you got both posts open. That was kind of like a weird little cover 3 beater, but those are the main setups that I use out of the PA fork. Now let's go on to the gun A slot offset. So we're here in the gun A slot offset. I'm only going to focus on using 4 plays, but there are other plays that you can utilize in this playbook. You can utilize the power O. I'm not going to utilize it in this video. The PA bubble is effective against some blitzes. The trap is a good run, which I'll probably use the trap more than I'll show in this video, but the trap is pretty good. And the slip screen and China double in is very good as well. I did a breakdown on a China double in type play from the trips tight end, and we're going to focus on that same type of concept, but in a different formation. So my audibles here are, the only thing I do is I change stick to post, and I'm going to show you guys the plays that I utilize out of it. Now obviously you want to use this in conjunction with the bunch ace. So how I would do it is, if the opponent is able to stop my bunch ace formation, I would come out of bunch ace again, he would set up his bunch ace defense, and then I would audible straight to gun ace slot. And you can do this back and forth. If you know you want to use a play from bunch ace, I would come out in gun ace slot offset, and then right where my opponent is set up for this offense, I would just go ahead and I would switch formations. And that's another key of this entire scheme. It's simple, but it's hard for your opponent to pick up, because think about it. You come out in one play in the single back bunch. Now he has to worry about 5 plays, the play that you came out in and your 4 audibles. But now you are constantly switching between that and the gun A slot offset. Now he has to guard 9 plays. The original play you came out in with single back bunch, then he has to worry about your 4 audibles, then he has to worry about the 4 audibles from a slot offset. And the plays are not hard for you because these are simple setups. So that's why these setups are not complicated, because you got to worry about so many of them. But these are all simple concepts for you, but it's unpredictable for your opponent because he doesn't know what you're coming out in. So keep that in mind. So the first thing you want to keep in mind is you want to run the ball when you can. Whenever you can run the ball, you run the ball. Second thing you want to keep in mind is simplicity and execution. Third thing is switch formations. That's what you want to do. So obviously inside zone is an important part of this scheme, and so are the other runs, but I'm not going to go over it because nobody wants the run blocking on every single defense, and even if you run the same defense, the run block is going to be different. So there's no point in me trying to break that down unless it's very good against a specific defense. So let's go over level cell real quick. The only adjustment I'll make to level cells is I will put Allen on a flat route. Now what this is going to do is going to create a high-low on the right side and a high-low on the left side. The high-low on the right side is if they go high, you hit Michelle low. If they go low, you hit Gronkowski high. Same thing on the left side. If they go low, you hit Edelman with like a high pass over the middle. If they go high, you hit Gronkowski. Now the first read every single time is Michelle. They don't guard that flat route. It's like easy 10 yards, and it's a running back, so they're less likely to fumble than everybody else because they have very high carrying. So that's the first read every single time is Michelle. And then once again they go low, you hit them with Gronkowski high. It's a simple, effective, and unless they dedicate specific corners or they man it up, it's hard for them to stop. And the same thing on the left side. But obviously on every single time on this play, the first read, no matter which side you want to attack, is the running back. That table route is so hard to guard. So you see here, and now I'm going to try to hit Edelman here regardless of what they do on defense. Yeah, so see there, it's just simple high-low. You make a read, and that's all you got to do. If they go high, you go low. Now let's look at the next play, the post. Now there's a lot of setups with post. I'm only going to go over a couple because I want to keep this simple. So before we jump into any crazy setups, this play is a cover 3 beater if you have enough time in the pocket. You do something like this where you can streak Edelman and then drag Allen, block your running back. The corner route is going to occupy that. The corner route is going to occupy that corner, and then the Gordon should get open over the top. As long as I have enough time in the pocket, which it looks like I might. But you see here, I didn't have enough time in the pocket or enough room. Let me back up a little bit because on the 30-yard line, it's kind of like limiting on how far I can throw. But let's go ahead and hit this again real quick. Let's run post. Let's see here. Let's make sure I'm in cover 3. Oh, bro, they ran into a quarter normal defense. Jesus. All right, I'm just gonna run the ball real quick. Well, I don't know why they went into quarters, but I swear, bro, the practice they go into the goofiest defenses of all time. I can't even see my defense now. Okay, now we're in cover 3. Let's spy the D in so we have enough time. Let's run posts. All right, this is the setup for the cover 3 beater. Obviously I don't recommend running this all the time because your opponent, it only takes a little time for your opponent to pick up on it. But that's it right there. That's a cover 3 beater that you can use. Only throw it like 1 or 2 times a game. Don't throw it too many times. Anytime's crazy. So the different setups you want to use is whatever route you want to get open. Let's say you want to focus on getting Edelman open. I would smart route to make his route a little bit deeper. You can put Gordon on the smoke screen, or you can just streak Gordon right there, and now you have a flood concept to the left side. Once again, focusing on the high-low. They go high, simply hit Allen right there low, and that's cool. That's 10 yards. You only threw a flat route to your tight end, but that's 10 yards. So now let's focus on the same thing. Now let's put them in a hard flats. We're going to run cover 3, hard flats. So now they're going to go low to guard Allen. Simple like that. You go over their head just like that. And the right side isn't as easy to go high-low because your running back is on a angle route. So you have to focus. If you know they're going like hard flats, then you can hit the tight end. But it's a little bit harder to hit that tight end with no route to pull the zones underneath it. So it's a little bit, I don't really focus on that. So let's go ahead and run post again. Now another setup I like to do is I would streak Allen, block the running back, and then pull Gronkowski down or drag him, and then motion snap Edelman. You can smart route to bring him deeper. So now it's like you got a crossing route from both sides. Obviously Gronkowski is the first read. You want to throw it to him. Then you got the post, and you got both posts. We happen to get Edelman wide open down the sideline right there. You just make your read, and to draw suspicion away from you motioning there, you can bring Edelman in and then run the ball. So that way, it's not every single time you motion Edelman, it's not going to be a pass play. But you also have to think about if your opponent knows that if you let Edelman motion past Gronkowski that you're going to pass it, you have to throw in the power and the trap with that as well. You don't want to make it to where every time you motion Edelman over to that side, you're going to run the same thing. So let's just run power real quick. See here. He's going, okay, now he's going to run the post play. It's coming to the right. Now you got the run play on that side. You got Edelman blocking. If I would have taken a better angle, you would be gone. So obviously, I'm hoping that you guys are going to use, your common Madden sense. You don't want to make everything look the same for each specific setup. So let's go back in here. Now we're going to focus on PA post shot. So once again, PA post shot is a deep passing play. You only want to use these on second and short or third and short, or right after a turnover. Now you have 2 crossing routes, and you can set them up the same way we've been setting them up. You can set up Edelman with Gronkowski to clear route, Edelman for a check down, and Gordon for a user distraction. It's been the same setups against every deep passing play that I focus on. Now you got Edelman deep down the sideline on that crossing route, and just as long as you keep those elements in mind, you should be straight. Gordon is the clear route, Allen is the underneath route / check down, and Edelman is the user distraction. So now we're going to focus on getting Gronkowski open. Hopefully I have enough time. Now Gronkowski's open down the sideline, and I didn't even really change how the play different looks. So that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would set that play up. I'm going to see if I can come up with another setup out of post for you guys real quick. But that's how I would use those, and it's simple. It's not 50,000 setups, but if you use this formation in conjunction with the single back bunch ace, you go back and forth, you switch up your setups, it's going to be hard for your opponent to stop, especially if you got a good defense. Because even if he is able to get the ball from you, if you use this as your primary offense and you got a good defense, now what your opponent's going to do. So let's look at for another setup for post real quick. So we're in here in post, and another setup that I came up real quick is by dragging Allen and then blocking your running back. and pulling Edelman over, and now you create like a little a double crosser with the tight end and Edelman, and now you have a drag underneath for Gronkowski. So you go here, and now you read, okay, now you look at the drag, and now you have a post and a corner. You can probably streak Gordon to get him out the way. So streak Gordon, drag Allen, but you can also leave your running back. If you're not getting blitz, you can leave your running back on that angle route. So now you have a high-low for both. Read the running back and read the running back, then the post. You see the post was getting open deep down the sideline. But you can get creative with these routes. I'm pretty sure you can. But now let's go on to the 5 wide real quick. So the 5 wide formation is the gun empty ace Patriot. And my audibles here is I would change empty stick to pass double in. I would change wide receiver screens to smash corner. Now for R1, I'm going to leave Pats go wide dig on there, but for R1, I haven't really decided what I like here. There is clear out, which is decent. There is corner strike, which is decent. And then there's like Pat slant, X slant, which is decent. We're going to go with Pat slant. I haven't really thought about that last one real quick, like whichever one I want to use for that last one, but I'll show you guys the setup for the other 3. Now, quick note, obviously, this is in conjunction with the rest of the playbook. So you got the single back bunch ace, which you can audible into and out. You can go straight from single back bunch ace or gun ace slot to the bunch ace. And you can also audible to the empty formation. So let's say they see 2 tight end, 2 wide receivers. They come out in a 3-4 defense, or they 4-4, or they 4-3 defense. You can spread them out, and you can go to the 5 wide. As long as I can go over here, yeah. Empty ace Patriots. So you can go straight from there, straight to the 5 wide. Now they have to defend the 5 wide as well as a bunch formation, as well as the ace slot. So that's on your opponents. Now, a quick note about the Pats go wide dig. The reason why I like it is you look at Michelle and Gordon. They're on those, what do you call them? The old school fades, but they beat man coverage pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and come into cover 2 man right here. So you see we have the man here, and Gordon and Michelle are going to beat those routes. Beat those corners deep. Now if they're in the cover 2 or not, you see you can hit them down the sideline. They toasted the man coverage. Cover 1, cover 0. It's going to be pretty good against them real quick. Let's go ahead and audible to it real quick. Gun empty ace Patriot, Pats go wide dig. They destroy man coverage deep down the sideline. So as long as you have that in your pocket, you know that you can work with something. And something simple as drag, slant, in route should help you beat these man coverage. You have the drag right there. Now cover 2 man is a little bit tougher to beat, but cover 1 and cover 0 should be pretty easy to beat. So let's go deeper into the setups for this formation. Now another way that you can beat man coverage obviously is by putting somebody on a slant like Gronkowski, and then motion him over and using him to motion beat the slant. So now you have, hold on, let me audible. Let me go back into those plays with the pass double in. I just want to show, I know I was going to go into the other plays in this formation, but I wanted to show you guys how else you can beat this defense. Beat man coverage as well. You got a gun into a slot. You can go ahead and come over here, motion the slant. He did a terrible job at motion snapping, but you got a slant, drag, in route that you can use. You know what I'm saying? And then also, you still have the pass heavy part, which I'm going to show you guys in the next video. That's going to help you defeat man coverage as well. I don't know why they went in goal line. So let's go into the setups. The setups for this play, this formation are super simple. So here we are in the Pats double in. What I would do here is I would streak Gronkowski, triangle Y, select Gronkowski, press the D-pad up, and then I would slant white. That's it. Put white on the slant. So what I would do is I would read Allen, then I would read white for the slant, and then I would read the crossing route by Edelman. It's a very simple play, but you catch your opponent in the 3-4 or the 4-3 or the 4-4. This is very effective against those slow linebackers in coverage, and it's just a decent passing play overall. Obviously, we have the drag route. The drag routes, I shouldn't even have to explain how open they get, but let's go here. So now your opponent's doing some kind of weird play. Okay, he went a little deep. I don't know why Gronkowski didn't want that pass. Maybe I got to streak him. Maybe I got to fade him. But for some reason, he didn't really attack that pass like that. But it's a simple passing concept. I could throw the slant right here. I can also throw that post. Something simple. Now the good thing about this formation is that you can motion guys over. So I believe you can probably motion Edelman closer here. So now that route is a little bit deeper. Now, can you block him? You can actually block him too. Okay. So if you're getting pressure, you can block Edelman too. It looks like I'm experimenting while I'm showing you guys these plays, but it's really how it is. Sometimes I figure out stuff while I'm making videos like this. So the next play is the smash corner. Now, you can leave the smash concepts on the outside because your opponent may figure out that you're attacking the middle, and you can go ahead and attack the outside. So obviously the smash is a high-low read. They go high, you go low. Simple as that. What you can also do is you can motion over. Wait, hold on. Let me get in this play real quick. You can motion over that post route by Allen. So you would have that normal smash concept, which you can also street Gronkowski. But you can also motion over Allen. So now you got a crossing route and a smash concept on the left side. Just like that. So now if he goes to guard the crossing route, you can focus on that smash concept, or you can throw Gordon on a drag. It's simple, something simple, but it beats zone coverage pretty well and it distracts the user. There's nothing crazy. And then let's go and take a look at, well, we can go ahead and run the play. Simple high-low concept. They forgot about him a little bit. What the heck? He did like the little icky shuffle. I don't know what my guy's doing. Let's go ahead and go over here. You can put him on the in route, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and let's try to hit this crossing route real quick. As long as we got enough time. Oh, they blitzing me. It's deep, but you know what I'm saying? You have the underneath routes to hit. That's why you have the smoke screen. You got a drag route. You got an in route. You got a crossing route. You got a corner route. Now let's go take a look at Pat's slant. If I can get into the actual play, where are we at? Pat's slant. Okay, so Pat's slant is something simple. It's like a curl flat on the outside right, and then you got a slant by Gordon. So if they're blitzing, this is a great play to hit when they're trying to blitz you. They see you're in 5 wide and they're trying to blitz you can come into this play, and all you have to do is make a quick read. Let me see if I can get into a blitz. Not from the big nickel over here. Just gonna run a man blitz. But you have a curl flat on the outside right, and then you have an out flat on the left. So you see here they're running man coverage. Now that's the quick hitter play. You're in 5 wide. You have your deep passing play in this. Your intermediate passing play in this. You have a smash corner play that you can use smash and a post route and crossing route. You have your man beater, which you can use a motion slant for. I accidentally called the play, but you see what I'm talking about. You can beat man coverage just by using those plays. You got your man beater, and then you got your quick hitter from this formation. So that's essentially the run. That's essentially the whole playbook right there. I mean, the whole scheme. Obviously, there are other formations, like I said earlier. You can throw in the wing slot. There's a lot of 2 tight ends in here, so you don't even have to run these 3 formations. You can just take the same concepts of running the ball first and then having easy pass plays and taking what the defense gives you, and you can or you can just take the concept of audibling to different formations. So this is what a normal scheme would look like for me. I would come out here, I would say, okay, I can run to the left, bam, let's go ahead and audible out here and run to the left. Okay, this is covered, bam, he's going like a 3-4 blitz. Okay, bam, let me go ahead and go to my gun empty ace. I went to single back ace, but you guys get it. You switch formations. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into head to head and run this scheme live. Let's go check that out. So I forgot to show you guys the freaking goal line play from this. And you know, I don't know how I forget to show you guys how I score from this formation, but I normally pick level cell. I'm going to start out just going against cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4. You're going to notice that when I show you guys the gameplay video, I'm going to mention how I forgot to show you guys, but this is what I'm talking about when I show you the goal line play. And it's pretty simple. You just want to streak Gronkowski, triangle Y, select Gronk, press the D-pad up, and then put Allen on the flat. Triangle Y, select Allen, and then press L2 for the flat, and block your running back. So obviously, your read is if Gronkowski's open in the back of the end zone, throw a high pass to him. You throw a high pass by holding L1 or LB and then throwing it to that receiver. And the same goes for Edelman. If he gets open in the back of the end zone right there, high pass to him. And for Gordon, if you see Gordon creeping open, then you throw a low pass to him, L2 or left trigger, and then throw it to Gordon. So I already know against cover 2, he's going to get open in the back of the end zone, and you throw it to Gronkowski. Same thing with Edelman, I believe. I believe that's Edelman on that route right there. Yep. This is how I set it up. Go ahead and throw it. Edelman should get open over top, and you throw it to Edelman. Now let's go against cover 3 and then cover 4. Against cover 3, instead of flatting Allen, I would flat Edelman. So you put Edelman on a flat and then streak Gronkowski and Allen. So your reads would be the Gordon if there's no one underneath to protect from Gordon, and then you just throw it to Allen or Gronkowski, who's ever open. They both happen to be open, they can throw it to Gronkowski. Let's move on to cover 4. So against cover 4, you can run either setup. You can run the normal setup, or you can run the original setup, or you can run the second setup that I have. Against cover 4, Gordon is going to be more likely to be open right there. Because did he catch that? I'm not sure, but because you notice, you take a look at the defense, there's not that many yellow zones in that area where Gordon attacks. So all you have to do is wait your time, and Gordon's going to get open. There he is. There goes Gordon. He got hit at the end right there, but obviously catching traffic is important to you. You want your big body possession catch receiver right there. Obviously you can throw to Edelman on a high point, but I'm going through this pretty quickly because I've been sitting here like 2-3 hours making this scheme for you guys. I'm not saying it's a pain, but it is a lot of work, and I got plans for the rest of the video. I gotta hurry and make that second part of the scheme. But obviously run if you can. If you can run against the defense, there's no reason to even try to pass. But this is the passing play I use. I utilize the streak by Gronkowski, the deep in route by Edelman, and I also utilize the in route by Gordon. You can also utilize the streak by Allen against certain defenses. Against cover 3, you want to utilize Allen. It looks like again, that's cover 3 as well. So that's it. Let's go ahead and now let's actually jump into the gameplay real quick. So we're here in mud. You can see we're about to jump into head-to-head, but what I want to show you guys is that I have Lorenzo Neal, who is a fullback with lead the way. So you guys don't have to have him. You guys can use the inside zone instead. But let me go ahead and show you. Lead the way will lead to like better lead blocks when they're run blocking. So I'm going to use the wham instead of the inside zone, but you can use the inside zone either way. You see here, the player is more likely to succeed when pull or lead blocking. So I'm going to put him in that second tight end spot to help me run the halfback wham. But you guys can use the inside zone like I showed earlier in the video. So you guys don't have to use that. Whenever you see me use wham, you can go ahead and use inside zone in place of that. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the head-to-head game, and I'm going to do like I'm definitely going to do 2 drives, maybe a third. Let's go ahead. I'll see you guys in a second. So we actually got the ball first, so that's actually pretty good. This guy's in his playoffs, so I hope I don't mess his playoff run too much. But you see here, I'm setting up the players. This is actually a live commentary, so I'm actually in the game right now. So it may be a little disjointed on my focus, but I'm going to go through my thought process and how I utilize this scheme. I'm going to use this for 2 drives, and then I'll probably finish off this game by running. So where can I run? I can probably run up the middle with the wham or run to the left. I don't have that much time, so I'm going to go ahead and run Neal on that wham, just like that. You see how just simple like that, and that's the first 10 yards just like that. So now I'm going to come in the same formation. He's probably going to expect wham. It's like a little notification that popped up for me. But here, okay, now let's run the inside zone to the left. My opponent is expecting, he was expecting wham. Now actually the run to the left seems like a little covered, so it may not be as good as I hoped it was. Oh, we got kind of bumped right there. What's up with that, player? All right, let's run the pass play. Cover 1 hole. He's playing cover 1. That's actually pretty tough. All right, let's run PA fork shot. All right, so here we are. If he's running man coverage, obviously, like you guys saw in the practice mode, man coverage a little. What the heck? What was that? Oh my God! I don't know what that was. All right, I'll see you guys back on offense. I don't know what it was like. He did a pirouette. I don't know, but I'll see you guys back on offense real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and run this defense, try to get the ball back, and I'll see you guys on offense in a second. So I was able to get the ball back. I probably could have ran for a pick 6, but I wanted to show you guys the offense. I'm sacrificing my own wins for you guys. Okay, let's run 4 verticals. I don't know what happened that last drive. It was like some kind of random, I don't know what my quarterback was on, but just know I sacrificed the pick 6 for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I could have got an interception right there for a touchdown. So now let's go ahead and run this offense. I just want to show you guys the offense real quick. We'll run this for a vertical, see what we can get here. Not too good. He's running man coverage, which is actually pretty good against this offense. So I'm going to go ahead and run out of bounds. Let's see what kind of man coverage he's running. Is he running cover 1, cover 2? He's running cover 1 whole. So you guys know what I like to use against cover 1. So he's running cover 1 to help shut my offense down. So where do we go with that? We go to the gun NTA's Patriots, and we're going to run the Pats Go Wide Dig. You guys know precisely why. It's a cover 1 beater or coverage beater. It's actually drag kneel. Now he's going to, oh, he jumped out of the cover. He didn't go into man coverage. So that's on me. I made a terrible read against the defense. So now let's go ahead and let's run PA fork shot. So that would have been good if he was actually running coverage, but he might actually run it now. Let's go ahead. Let's set up our crossing routes real quick. Let's put Kelsey out here. Let's move him over. Let's set up our clear out. And actually, we're gonna run Tyreek Hill as the clear out, and then Neal as the drag. This is not the ideal situation, but this is the hand we've been dealt. So let's go ahead and run it like this. Can we get it? Good catch, Rice. Good catch, baby. All right, let's go. All right, let's come on to a random play again. First, we're going to look for the run. Then we're going to pass if we have to. Let's take a look and see what he comes out in. Opponent hasn't been playing bad defense. He's been playing this good man coverage. So it looks like he's going to stay in this 3-4. May look like cover 1/cover 3 again, but we'll run the ball again. Oh, we got stuff right there. That's no bueno, senor. So cover 1 hold again on first down. Let's see if we can. Is he gonna stay in cover 1? The way we can check this out is that we'll motion the guy out. Let's see if we motion Neal over. Okay, he's in cover 3 right now. So at least we know that. He's in cover 3. Nobody followed Neal across the line. We can run an easy play real quick. He might have audible back into it. No, he's out of it. Ooh, that was a bad read. I should have went over top. So you see, even though I know the reads, I'm making bad reads myself. I was supposed to throw over top to that crossing route. He might be using the D line as well too. So this is like a cover 2 look. Let's go ahead and set up the same play. He's in a different defense though. Motion snap Rice. Let's go in here. He's like in a little cover 2. So we're gonna get open. I meant to throw it to the crossing route. Why am I doing this to myself, making myself look bad on camera? The crossing route was wide open. Oh no. Okay, let's see if we can run it again. Oh man, I'm making terrible reads here. The crossing route was open both times, but for some reason I just chose to ignore it. There we go. What am I doing this whole time? I'm surprised he actually caught on to that. And all I had to do is throw that one from the first, you know what I'm saying? All I had to do was throw that the first time. I'd have been straight. Jesus. But I was trying to force that in route, not taking what the defense gives me. Let's run something else here. Let's run level cell. I haven't even set up my audibles to the gun A slot. Oh, time right now. Okay, we're gonna flip level cell. We're gonna flip it to the other side. So I'm gonna go in the A slot, make my audible. We're gonna flip this. We're gonna flip level cell to this side. That way the running back is running to the short side of the field. That's a little tip right there. You got your running back on the table route. Get him to the short side of the field. So again, on this play, we're looking for the high-low. The running back's open like he is right now. I'm just gonna chuck it to him. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't even go over you guys. I didn't even go over the red zone plays. Well, I'm gonna go over the red zone plays in this right here. So in the red zone, I'll run levels wide cell, and I will streak Ertz, and I will streak Kelsey. And then, actually I would flat Kelsey and block the running back. So I'm looking at Rice or Ertz if they get open over top, and then I would low pass to Hill. So you see here, Hill got a little open. Hill got a little open. I threw a low pass to Hill, but I could have thrown it to the tight end or the end route. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go back into the original video, and I'm gonna put the red zone plays in there, and then you guys will notice, like, I'll edit it in there so you guys will be able to see that. But you guys see the red zone play. So what I'll do is, I'll throw that in. I have to throw it in at the end. So I'll see you guys back again when I'm on offense. So we're back here on offense. We got a good stop. So now we're gonna focus around this offensive drive on the gun A slot offset, and we're going to show more of the 5 wide. I'll show you guys a decent amount of the single back bunch. You guys see that even though it's hard for me even to abide by my own principles. If I'd have kept it simple, that last drive would have been a lot easier. Let's go ahead and run the ball, simple like that. He leaves it open, first down, simple like that. I'm not running the ball as much as I should be, but I'll start running a lot more. It's hard to, when these plays are so good like this, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to show you guys everything when the play is so good like this. Let's go ahead. Let's go into the gun empty ace Patriot. Oh, I didn't even set up my audibles. All right. So we're just going to run this, the go play. This is a bad play call right here because I'm not sure if he's in man coverage. I normally would have called my double in play, but this is what I'm going to have to rock with real quick. We dropped the ball. That's fine. Let me go set up my audibles real quick for the the ace Patriot. So sit here, get my double ends. Where we at? Where we at? Double ends. Where you at? My smash corner. I didn't even get all my audible set up. Hold on. Smash corner, tight end cross, and then the Pats XY slant. So let's start off with the double end. Now I have conductor on my quarterback, so I can do 2 adjustments at once. This is obviously, it makes it easy if you have the right chemistries on MUT, but a lot of people may not have them, so I just have to let you guys know. What, Ricky? Come on, Ricky. Get yourself a pass catching running back. Jesus, Ricky, you could have caught that for these, you know what I'm saying, like 9-yard gain, something slight. We're going to run it again. Looks like he's in cover 2 right now. So I want to hit Moss, but I'm fine to take Kelsey or Ricky if they're open. Obviously, you just want to take what they give us. Ricky's open again. Did he catch it? Oh, he caught it. Okay, cool. First down or no? Okay, we got a first down. Now we're going to run the young smash corner. Should I leave Ricky on that hitch, or should I'm not sure if I want to drag Ricky. I'm going to actually, I'm going to leave Ricky right there. So my first read is going to be those smoke screens or that hitch, and then we're going to go from there. He left him wide open. Let's go ahead and leave Tyreek Hill on the outside if you want to. He's gonna burn you. Nice quick yard gain. But you guys see, I'm taking it simple. Right now, I'm actually following my own philosophy, keeping it simple and taking what they give me. Let's go ahead and run this one right here. We're gonna go ahead and set up the crossing route to Moss. Now this might be some trouble because if I get sacked, I'm gonna be crying. But okay, actually I'm straight. We actually caught that. I'm actually catching a lot of passes that I don't normally catch right now. But I mean, hopefully by this drive, you guys understand what I'm doing. I'm keeping it simple. I'm not running as much as I'm supposed to because I'm trying to show you guys the passing plays in action, because that's actually more important for you guys to get down. The running, I'm pretty sure anybody can get the running down. The running down, you straight. But the passing plays are what get people caught up, because if somebody makes the right adjustments to them, then you're gonna be screwed. But as long as you guys see that the passing plays work, you make the right reads. All right, I'm gonna go on conservative because I don't want to fumble right here. It's a red zone. I don't want to fumble, so we're gonna go on conservative. Now let's just start running the ball. I'm gonna see if I can get a quick toss in real quick. Is he gonna let me? I might be able to get it. It's not looking good for the quick toss. I mean the quick pitch. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it for the YouTube. He's giving me the inside, but actually I can't resist. I gotta take the inside run. Oh wow, he came untouched. All right, run it again. Now we're gonna run quick pitch, and then we're gonna go for it on 4th down. Normally I would pass here, probably do like a 4 verticals play, but I'm cool. What the heck? He just, is that a tight end? He just fell down to the ground. You know, we ain't no quitters now. You know, this is for the YouTubes. And I probably, if I was playing a normal head-to-head game, I would kick my field goal here. But this for the YouTubes player. We got people watching us. All right, now we're going to use the other setup for the 4 verticals. Let's go ahead and move Neil up here. Now, my only concern with Neil is if he's going to catch this pass. I'm not sure he's going to catch this pass if I throw it to him, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, we had to throw it to the tight end. Okay, good thing we went on conservative right there. We would have fumbled. Obviously, you should run the ball here, but I'm going to show you guys the passing play. Obviously, the inside zone, the halfback wham, the quick pitch is probably the better option to run here. But again, for the goal line, you want to streak Neil. Actually, I don't even want Neil out there. Can I call another timeout? I don't want Neil out there. I'd rather have a tight end out there. So if I don't get in with this run, I'm gonna put Kelsey out there because I definitely don't want Neal out there. Okay, there you go. You guys saw the passing, you guys saw the running, you guys saw the switching of me switching different formations. So that's the 2 tight end scheme in a nutshell from the Patriots playbook. You can customize it to making your own. You can even use a different playbook and use a different set of personnel, but as long as you're able to take some away. Let me know by hitting that like button, guys. It took me a while to build this playbook up, to get everything to record it, to edit it. Now I'm gonna have to add the red zone play back into it, so you guys are gonna see a cut in between the actual gameplay and the description that I show you guys, the play breakdowns. I'm gonna have to show that in, and you guys will see that. But in general, hopefully you guys will be able to learn from this. Keep your eyes on this channel, because I'm gonna be posting the pass heavy part of this as well. This is if you wanna, like right now I'm locking my opponent down on defense, so obviously I can run this 2 tight end scheme to run the clock out. But I'm also going to post the pass heavy shortly after this. But again, like the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys around next time. I'm out.